The Associated Press is reporting that Joe Biden's White House doctor is demanding some sort of insulation from certain types of questions so that he does not violate doctor-patient confidentiality norms when he testifies behind closed doors before the House committee investigating the Biden Acuity failed attempted cover-up. Sean, where will this end up? Will he testify? Will he testify with some protections? Where do you think this will go?
So first of all, this is something that's been noticed for a while. I think James Comer noticed this meeting 6-7 weeks ago. To pull this at the last moment says something. Like the idea that they didn't. I mean, he knows why he was being asked to come. He knows the subjects that are going to happen, and there is an easy way where he can. I mean, he's a doctor. This isn't the first rodeo that he's had. So there are things that are clearly within the realm of doctor-patient confidentiality that he can discuss. But it is fair game to ask him about his analysis based on public information that he made in a public document when he put out the president's, fitness for office is whatever he said, outstanding or something. Yeah. He can be held accountable for his own judgment, his public statements. I think I will be interested not just what he says, but whether Comer forces his hand.
Yes.
There's a series of aides that do this. I would argue it would be smart for him to do it. For Comer to press him to show up and see where he goes, because I've talked to some healthcare providers about this. There's clearly some stuff that you have to say that's doctor-patient confidentiality. I get that. I actually don't have a problem with that. But I do think there's plenty of stuff that he put in the public domain that he said or he wrote that he needs to be questioned on.
Well, now we're on the head of a needle on angels on the head of a pin, because I'm not sure where that line should be drawn or could be drawn. But Dan, do you think he'll testify with protections?
Yes, I think he ultimately will, but I think Sean said it well.
Sorry, Dan, I muted you accidentally.
That is a perfect subject to mute me on. I was just saying that Sean was largely right.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Look, I think he ultimately will testify because he has to. It's a horrific look to not do it.
Yeah. Where the line is drawn is going to be massive. I mean, for instance, does it violate the confidentiality to ask him, did you ever give him cognitive test, or did you ever do a imaging to see what was going on in his brain? And if not, why not? Does that violate it? I don't know.
Well, and also why did that Parkinson's doctor visit a couple times in 2024? They've never explained what he was doing there, why he was there.
Correct. He was taking the White House tour.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.